You know, at one time in the early 60s, this was a community of 62,000 residents. 95% were Irish or white, either Irish Catholic or Dutch. And 10 years later, it was 64,000 residents with 98% African American. And so that was a turbulent, yeah, absolutely.
White flight.
Well, white flight is really the sociological term, which is quite applicable here. The black folks that moved in here during that white flight or ethnic succession, they maintain their properties, and if you look around this bungalow belt, these homes are still very nicely kept. That's one thing that makes Auburn Gresham unique, the strong African Americans that moved in during the 60s and 70s and still maintains now. So we have to make certain that young folks well, I used to be young at one time, I heard.
But young at heart.
Come back to Auburn Gresham, buy these homes that we're renovating, put their kids in the schools that we are financing, because we invest in kids here in Auburn Gresham. The Auburn Gresham community historically was an Irish Catholic community. It had 5 large Irish Catholic churches. St. Sabina, which is still in existence, led by a really quiet white guy named Michael Schlegel. You've never heard of him.
What makes Auburn Gresham so great?
Well, what I love about it is its families. It's people who've lived here for years upon years. It has this great variety. I mean, one of the most beautiful spots is Auburn Lakes. It's right here in the middle of the city. It's, you know, we're right now maybe 7, 8 to 10 minutes off the Dan Ryan. It's got this rich history. Once we get the development and the investment that needs to be done, people will find out when they come here and they do business here, their business is successful. I think the neighborhood is a real hidden jewel, you know, in the city that people just don't understand until they come and say, wow, it's a nice neighborhood. In our church here, this is where the St. Patrick's Day parade began.
There's a new Renaissance Park?
Renaissance Park.
Tell
right
us
here
about
in
that.
79th Street. Well, the park is really, really beautiful because it has these large granite balls on one end and then a phoenix rising out of the other where water comes out of it.
What do you hope that your legacy is in relation to the neighborhood?
I hope that it's about, you know, strengthening and empowering the community, particularly young people. That's what I'm hoping my legacy here will be, is that we raised up in the church, that we raised up a church of leaders, because that's our whole focus here, is to raise up leaders, not followers. To raise up agents of change. Our theme for St. Sabina's is celebrating history and making history, so that the church is right in the fabric and one of the focal points of the Auburn Gresham community.
Tell me about BJ's Market.
Well, we've been in business for about 26 years, where we've been in the neighborhood. It's food for the soul, food from the heart, and we cook with love. Tastes like home, tastes like what their mom would make.
Did you learn to cook from your mom?
My grandmother, she gave me all the recipes. We're famous for our mustard fried catfish here.
Okay.
And that's with our just mashed potatoes, broccoli. We try to keep it as healthy as possible. Okay. This is a cornbread dressing, a turkey wing right here. Okay. Again, with our greens, macaroni and cheese. You're eating our New Orleans catfish with mac and cheese, sweet potatoes. Wow. And this is our rib tips right here with green beans and sweet potatoes right here.
So what is your inspiration? Why did you decide to open up a BJ's in Auburn Gresham?
Well, because it was needed. You know, we did this, we opened up about maybe 14, 15 years ago. It was a restaurant district, so they needed restaurants, so they came, and I had a fine dining restaurant, so they said, would you like to come in Auburn Gresham? I said, I'm excited to.
What would you say some of the misconceptions of Auburn Gresham are?
Well, they say it's not safe, and we've had no problems since we've been here. Everyone's very, very nice, very friendly, and we've enjoyed it since we've been here, so it's just great.
What would you tell other business owners about opening up a business here in Auburn Gresham?
Well, I think it's a huge opportunity to be in Auburn Gresham. It's an opportunity to give back to the community, because the community really appreciates businesses that are here. So I would recommend it highly.
So tell me about Cameron B.
Cameron B. We've been here since 2005. I love it. The family business since before I was born, so I was raised in shoes and clothing, so I love fashion, my sister and I. We're here on the south side of Chicago just trying to provide quality goods, you know, in our communities. Love it so much so that I've started my own line because, you know, when you're a woman, everything is like either plus size or small, and the average woman is like a size 10, 12 like myself. So the line I'm manufacturing that I have it on today, it is kind of catered towards women that aren't really big and aren't really small, just an average size curvy girl that wants to look cute on a day-to-day basis. We carry from extra small to 3XL in women's clothing. We carry men's suits, special order, custom pieces, sweaters. Those go from medium to 5XL. And in shoes, we go from size like women's size 6 to size 11, sometimes 12. And men's, we go up to a 15 special order. So we have everything for everybody.
You could be anywhere in Chicago that you want to be, but you've chosen to stay in Auburn Gresham.
Yes.
So why is that important for you?
We get that question a lot.
Yes.
It's important to me because I need for people to understand that you don't want to have to travel to downtown to spend your money, and then we also have to think about TIF dollars and recirculating money in the communities in which you live. This is a great community. These people have been here a long time. They own their homes, they work hard, and they deserve something other than, like, you know, liquor stores or other things on the corner. They deserve really good quality goods within 5 minutes of their home, you know?
Well, I think I should probably try on a few outfits. What do you think?
Yes, and I got some thigh boots that I think we're gonna rock.
Oh,
we're gonna keep it really fun and spicy.
All right, I need a little spice.
Okay.
Started off Mr. Hare, founder of Hare's Golf Shrimp, his mother's recipe. She would have been 100 years old, and he's a former postmaster. So after he retired from the government, he started selling shrimp out of caboose on Stony Island. Now he's gone to doing it here and also pop-up locations downtown.
Okay, so why did you guys decide to expand here?
He wanted to stay in that Auburn Gresham community that some people between, and they also consider us West Inglewood, but he wanted to stay on the south side, and we're a family-run business. They know the food. Like I said, even Chance the Rapper, as a little kid, who grew up in this area.
What makes the shrimp so special?
It's the family trade secret.
Okay, come on. Just give me a little bit of something.
And it's what I can tell people, we don't do a lot of breading. We're not frozen. It's fresh every day it comes in. A lot of love goes into it every day because, like I said, it's hand cut, hand to vein every morning.
So tell me about the menu.
The menu is the fried shrimp, which comes with why they call it the bomb bag, because it's the bomb. Or if you'd like the combination, which is our homemade spaghetti that's done fresh daily.
Wait, you have spaghetti?
Yes.
I did not know you had spaghetti.
And people have told us it tastes like home.
You got sides, coleslaw.
And fries.
And fries. And this is a famous spaghetti.
Yes, that's
made
the
in-house.
That's made in-house.
Oh my goodness, how cute. That's good too.
I'm glad you
This
like
is
it.
really good. Now, do you ever get tired of eating the shrimp?
No.
This is worth driving an hour for. Cheers.
Yay!
You don't want to miss it, guys.
Yay!
To find all of these places we highlighted in today's video, head to the Chicago Sun-Times website. See you next time on The Grid.